Hello everyone, this is Wealth Accumulation Channel. American oil magnate Rockefeller, when he was young, worked for a company called Tuttle. First 2 years of work. He is only in charge of handling some business of the company. Chores and paperwork. The colleague who entered the company with him sighed. Dislike low salary, worthless and lack of energy. Muddle through the day. But Rockefeller was different. When he goes to work every day, we'll listen carefully to how seniors discuss issues. Make a plan, make a decision. Because the company's business often involves negotiations. So he did his best to learn some negotiating. Trick Rockefeller recalled. This career had a major impact on his career development. Amy Ray, a psychologist at Yale University in the United States. Snickers once divided work attitudes into 3 types. Take work as an errand. Treat work as a profession. Treat work as a mission. Different work attitude determines that you will reach different heights. Treat work like a chore. Just keep consuming yourself. Regard work as practice. As Belgium. Only by cultivating yourself can you become stronger and stronger. Very much agree with a point of view. The meaning of our work is to serve life instead of adding to life. But many people still get it wrong. Complaining is the norm at work. Fishing is the main purpose of work. They stand on the opposite side of work. Use up all your energy at work. A consumption value. There was once a piece of fishing tips at work circulated on the internet. Buy a big mug. Set another 8 alarm clocks, and use an excuse to fetch water every 50 minutes. 15 minutes of exercise in the pantry. Go back to work when you run out of time. Drink more water and get paid to go to the toilet. More drinking equals longer rest. But these people did not expect. They are not perfunctory. Is perfunctory their own economy? A sentence from Professor Schwer, a scholar, tells the truth about the workplace. Everyone, every moment, is working on your resume. Neighborhood. Tasks create benefits. Your own value will rise. You can't solve the company's problems by paddling every time. Will naturally become a dispensable marginal person. Lao Jiang, who graduated from a prestigious school, has been working for 5 years. Old Ginger likes to talk. But when it's time to work, if you can be lazy, you will definitely not work hard. If you can be fooled, you will never work hard. Every time the leader arranges a business trip, he didn't say something happened at home. It's just an excuse that I'm not feeling well. He sits in front of the computer every day, and seems to be drawing pictures seriously. In fact, secretly playing games and brushing videos. In the first half of the year, the company laid off employees. Old Ginger's name is on the list. Yang Mingyuan was puzzled that Old Jiang was a veteran. So I went to ask my boss why. As a result, the boss said something cruel but profound. People like Lao Jiang dawdling around every day. When the company's earnings are good, it will not be laid off. But once the company's earnings deteriorate, the first to be eliminated is this group of people. No company wants to support idlers. It's not too far to be abandoned when you're dawdling. You thought you took advantage of the company. But it's more about killing your own value. 2. Consumption of emotions. Author James Allen talks about a garden effect. The human mind is like a garden. Sow harmful seeds. The poisonous weeds will take root and the garden will be barren. Working. Many people inadvertently plant bad emotions. If the leader is harsh, he will fall into depression for a lifetime. Thinking of dealing with nasty customers. The mood suddenly fell to the bottom. so blindly competing with emotions. Work becomes the source of your pain. Watanabe Junichi wrote a story in Dungan. The hospital where he practiced has a professor-level doctor. Although the medical skill, but grumpy. Rebuke mercilessly when encountering the slightest problem. Many interns. When he heard that he was assigned to be his assistant. Just sullen. I was very nervous before the operation, and was afraid of being scolded again. After the operation, I was full of negative energy, and I was in a bad mood. One of the doctors was different. He only concentrates on studying the medical skills he taught. The swear words go in his right ear, and out in his left ear. Forget it all. Like that doctor. Became a peer doctor. The most advanced in surgery. Bored with difficult tasks. Don't bother with trivial chores. Angry at an annoying co-worker. If you keep being preoccupied with these emotions, Workday becomes Good Friday. 3 consumption skills. Luo Zhenyu had an editor friend who proudly told him, I practiced a trick myself. Edit any article. Only use 3 copy and paste key combinations. Don't need one more. Luo Zhenyu wonders why he is like this. He explained that because the boss paid too little. Luo Zhenyu asked, has your level improved or declined over the past few years? He sighed and said that the drop was severe. I can't find a job now. Luo Zhenyu's friend's story. A true portrayal of how many people, many programmers, always ask Baidu. So that the ability to type code is gradually fading. The kung fu of searching for answers is perfect. If you let them provoke the leader to solve the problem by themselves, they just scratch their heads. There are also many designers who are mixed in various design websites. Collection of dozens of ready-made templates. If the leader has any requirements, he will pick out a set of templates to deal with it. They conquer the world with a PS. Several other design software can be used without pouring wine. I haven't improved after working for many years. Hone your skills to the max. On the contrary, martial arts at their own expense are becoming more and more mediocre. They ended up being a screw. Nail stuck over there, climbing up, unable to go out. Dogs hate. Daifuku Yanglai, founder of a well-known Japanese insurance company. After graduation, Xing Xian later worked in several well-known consulting companies and venture capital institutions. Finally chose to start a business. Looking back on my career over the years, he once summed up a set of 3 principles of work. One of those jobs that is never boring. Any position must strive to add their own additional positions. The weak are blown up by work. The strong regard work as a training ground. 1. Cultivating ability. This society follows a conservation principle. The higher your ability level, your value and income will naturally rise. When Alibaba just started, Tong Wenhong applied for the front desk position. Need to do front desk and administrative work at the same time. Salary is only 500 yuan. But not only did he not complain. Instead, do both jobs to the extreme. In order to skillfully solve customer problems, he learned all the business of the company from scratch. In order to improve work efficiency, there are also business trips at the same time. He helped check the train number and time in advance. 3 years later, he became administrator. Later, Ali developed the logistics business and founded Sanyao Guogua. He took on organizational responsibility again. In addition to signing talent every day, he also take the initiative to learn the knowledge of warehousing and logistics. Help build a big data operation platform. Under his leadership, Sanyao Guogua was established less than 3 years ago. Valuation is more than 100 billion. In fact, the essence of work is the exchange of interests. If you want to make money, you have to make yourself worth it. Envious of others' promotion and salary increase. It's better to concentrate on honing your expertise. The cake you can eat is as big as your ability. 2. Practice mentality, 1967. American psychologist Seligman. An experiment on learned helplessness was done. He put a dog in a cage. Shock a dog whenever the buzzer sounds. After many experiments, Seligman changed practice. He blew the seal and opened the cage door. Surprisingly, the dog did not run away. Instead, he fell to the ground and moaned. Trembling all over, I gave up the chance to escape from the cage. So do people. Once the fear problem complains about failure, we'll be a prison. Into a state of learned helplessness. There is a saying that the world will not always treat you kindly. Your vulnerability can sometimes be a fatal flaw. What we have to do, it is to constantly strengthen oneself in the long life. Replace the glass core with a steel one. There is not so much smooth sailing in the workplace. More troublesome things. Want to be a master copywriter? You have to rack your brains to polish every word. Stuck is commonplace. Mandatory manuscripts are also often missed. But these setbacks, part of work and growth. If you want to become a gold medal salesman, you should humbly sell. May be rejected again and again. You greet customers with a smile. May be insulting. Behind those high commissions is a smart mouth. Even more cheeky. Everyone has a fragile heart. It's just that someone tempered it into stainless steel. Vigorously building bridges and opening mountains all the way. 3. Practice cognition in an interview. Zhong Yiming pointed out. Cognition is the core competitiveness of a person. Many people repeat the same job every day. Access to the same information. Over time, I am trapped in the thinking of reducing defense. Zhong Yiming is different. He forced himself to upgrade his cognition. In Kushuan, many colleagues are from Tsinghua University, Peking University, master's degree in computer science from prestigious universities such as Stanford. He learns their ways of thinking and attitudes. At Microsoft, he will take the initiative to summarize the management experience of large enterprises. In spare time, he'll read biographical psychology books of all sorts. To stretch your mind. Break the cognition. In extensive reading, he distilled one trait that a successful person must have. Delayed gratification. So his life is simple and focused. Focus on researching products and reading. Understanding of human nature. Let him in a short time. Established their own business landscape. If you are trapped in cognition, you will be imprisoned at the bottom of life. Elevate your life to a higher level. A short-sighted laborer looks down and looks up. Focus on your own 1-acre 3-point field. What is entangled is the minutiae of the current work. Thinking about how to perfunctory the task. But visionaries focus on their own growth. On industry changes. Cognitive bias. It is determined that their future stage must be different. Some people divide the workplace people into 2 types. One is consumable. It only has long skills, but not long skills. It is a rechargeable type. Along with working hard in the workplace, both ability and cognition have been greatly improved. If you are the former, you'll find all the lazy. Everything you avoid will become the burden of life. If you are the latter, you have to believe. Self-investment at work. Self-improvement is the rich return in the future. This is Wealth Accumulation Channel. See you next time.